The problem with your small kitchen isn't the square footage. It's that whoever laid it out never once cooked in it. You've been opening the same dead cabinets, stepping around the same wasted corners for years, and at some point, quietly decided this is just how kitchens work. It's not. These 10 people looked at the same dead corners, the same wasted cabinet interiors, the same blank stretches of wall, and then they built something, hacked something, or tore the whole thing out and redesigned it from scratch around how they actually cook. What they made looks like it came from a showroom. Most of it started with a sketch on the back of an envelope and a few sheets of plywood. Here's what they did, and more importantly, why it actually worked. 10. Full renovation, see Serpent Island and warm light overhaul. The before here is functional, but in the owner's words, overwhelmingly blah. Great appliances, solid bones, and a kitchen that gets zero natural light of its own, only whatever leaks in from the living room. The renovation started with lighting before the moving boxes were even unpacked, Lutron caseta dimmers throughout, Philips WumGlow Par 20s in every canister, dimmable down to 1%, then floors stained mahogany, cabinets painted extra white, island painted sea serpent, a deep navy that gives the whole room an anchor it was missing. The junk drawer next to the oven became a Calamera wine fridge. Icona millwork panels underneath gave the island actual architectural weight. If your kitchen feels dark and flat, it's probably not a layout problem, it's a lighting problem. 9. English cottage kitchen transformation. Tiles first, everything else second. The cabinets stayed. Everything else changed. New shaker doors, Dulux Heritage DH slate paint, shell-shaped brass hardware, the same bones, and entirely different character. What makes this renovation worth studying is the sequencing. The ornate copper porcelain tiles came first. The entire kitchen was designed around them after. When you start with the thing you love most, every decision that follows gets easier because you're no longer choosing, you're matching. A butcher block rescued from a skip, a Roman blind for £10 off a secondhand app, toile de jus wallpaper that ties it all together. The tiles cost the most. Everything else was resourcefulness. The total transformation came in under what most people spend on a single appliance. 8. Full gut renovation, panel-ready fridge, and natural quartzite. That before shot is familiar to anyone who has bought a house and inherited someone else's taste. The after keeps the same footprint and almost none of the choices. White shaker doors, a panel-ready Fisher & Paykel fridge hidden behind wood panels, reading only as a tall cabinet. An induction range with an actual venting hood, replacing an ancient Genair electric with a built-in downdraft. The quartzite countertop, Blue Ocean, brought enough character that it made the decision for them. Keep the stone, lose the blue backsplash, don't try to have both. Knowing what to let go of in a renovation is a skill. This kitchen proves it. 7. IKEA Kallax hack and hand-painted mural. A 4x2 Kallax cut down to a 3x2, fitted with cabinet inserts, hardware swapped to match the existing kitchen, anchored into the header and studs with 15 4-inch screws. That's the practical part. The hand-painted mural on the adjacent wall, not a wallpaper, not a peel and stick, actually hand-painted by the person who lives there, is the reason this kitchen has a personality that no renovation budget could have bought. The builder admits the shapes near the top got a little loose toward the end. You can barely tell. What you notice immediately is that this space belongs to someone specific. A lemon slice rug, a yellow toaster, a citrus mural that took forever and will never be replicated. All white landlord kitchens can't make that statement. Personality is a design decision. These are deliberate ones. 6. Rolling storage. Van kitchen cabinet and pull-out walnut island. Most kitchen storage is fixed to a wall, built around someone else's floor plan. These two builds share one answer to that. The van cabinet, whale, foot pump, slam latches, everything held with keg pocket screws and glue, makes the case for extreme mobility. Plenty of van kitchens survive on Sterilite bins. This one was engineered to function. The Walnut rolling island takes the same idea into a regular kitchen. Always on casters, 2 on one side, so a slight tip and the whole thing rolls. Pull-out extension table doubles the workspace when you need it and disappears when you don't. Both pieces are asking the same question. If the layout is the problem, why keep working around it? 5. Pull-out storage. Under-cabinet retrofit and DIY kitchen island. Under-counter base cabinets are where good intentions go to rot. This rebuild uses 100-pound full extension slides with aluminum shelf stiffener stock in place of conventional pulse. $3 a foot from Eagle America. Know what goes in the drawer before you build it. In a tight kitchen, 4 inches you didn't give away to hardware is not nothing. This custom island lives by the same rule. Pull-out trash system on one end, knife storage on the other, butcher block sealed with John Boo's block mystery oil. The builder wanted an extra inch or 2 on the seating side, couldn't have that and keep the trash drawer dimensions whole. That trade-off, knowing exactly what you surrendered and why, is what separates something built from something bought. 4. Dowel-Only kitchen island idea with low work surface. No screws, no nails. Every joint in this kitchen island is held by wooden dowels and glue, which sounds like a constraint until you realize it's a design philosophy. Every connection has to be deliberate because nothing can be fixed after assembly. The lower bench built into the kitchen island's footprint is the real thing worth studying here. It's set at a specific height for kneading dough and running a food processor or stand mixer because the builder asked one question before picking up any tool. How does my partner actually work in this kitchen? Most people who want a kitchen island just buy a standard one and push it somewhere. This person designed one around a workflow. That second lower surface is what separates a piece of furniture from something that genuinely changes how you cook. 3. DIY bar cabinet with built-in mini fridge. So this was a first-ever cabinet build. Not a refinish, not a hardware swap, a ground-up construction in pine plywood with a red oak top, painted Bear Dynasty Cracked Pepper, which is a near black that makes the brass hardware and glass fridge door read as intentional rather than assembled from parts. The piece most first-timers skip entirely: airflow. Tucking a mini fridge into cabinetry without solving for heat exhaust is how you get a compressor failure inside 18 months. This builder installed 3 separate solutions: front clearance, a rear cutout for cool air intake, a side vent for exhaust, and monitored temperatures until the numbers confirmed it worked. A 5-degree rise at full compressor load. That's not luck. That's how a first build becomes something you actually keep. 2. Fold-down wall cabinet plus rolling kitchen island. The wall next to your fridge is doing nothing. This walnut build turns it into a spice cabinet, prep surface, and dining spot for 2, all in one piece. Folding shelf brackets rated 300 pounds each. Grain runs continuously from upper cabinet to lower door. Builder attached the hinges wrong, fixed it, finished it. That's the part that matters. This rolling island makes the same counterintuitive move: one sheet of Russian birch, kerf cut and wet bent into a curved form, then dowel jointed to close the shape. Backer for lateral strength, cutouts for style. Interior, Miami teal. The builder isn't allowed to pick colors, so the wife handles it. Pull-out pot hanger on drawer slides, butcher block top, casters. One flat sheet, completely different result. Lastly, 1. A custom under-sink dish drawer idea. The most overlooked real estate in any kitchen is the base cabinet under the sink. Not because it's small, it's actually one of the bigger base cabinets in most layouts, but because a drain pipe runs through the middle of it and nobody knows what to do with the rest. This build answers that directly. Solid pine and fir drawer units that pull out completely with full extension slides rated for the actual weight of ceramics. The compartment layout is asymmetric on purpose. Smaller right side for everyday bowls, deeper left side sized specifically around the owner's largest plate, measured before a single board was cut. That one decision is the difference between storage that looks right and storage that works every single day.